While I had been still enrolled in school, my mother, for the first time against the advice of her priest, had sent me to dancing school. By name, Miss Savage's School for Girls. I had no idea what a man was at that time. There was my cousin, a boy, slightly older than me. Only he played basketball worse than me, so he only showed me that the word boy means nothing. Virginity doesn't know its own name. This secondary school took place every Saturday night in one of the wealthiest parts of the city. Within those hallowed precincts of dancing school, my best friend, Maggie, who was so wild and tough that she was the head of our street gang, dedicated to the task of making all bank alarms start ringing, and I would hide in the bathroom, far away from the boys whom we despised. We smoked cigarettes while all the obedient children danced by. Outside this toilet, the girls wearing blonde hair knew how to flirt or present lying selves to boys. Their relatives were the Catholic girls I saw in the subway station every time I went to school. Catholic girls were the ones who wore green pleated skirts, white midi blouses, and white knee socks. This is the uniform of sluts who fuck every boy who comes near them, even on subway platforms. It was after some months that Loyola Savage herself ordered us to emerge from this bathroom. I was forced to dance with a boy for the first time. I did, without knowing that my body was female and that the liquid which dripped onto my thighs once a month wasn't carrot juice. My whole body expanded and became hot. I couldn't care less who the boy actually was. When my body entered this unknown world, for the first time in my life, I became frightened. In me, fear and sexual desire are now married. The first time the boy put his tongue in my ear, I did something like come. And so I learned that any boy, if he does it in my ear, will do. It is this amoral world, the one of constant wonder, of journeying, sights that amaze, in which I received and continue to receive my real education. Even if, now that I'm an adult, that world no longer bears only the name sex. The beautiful world, which lies outside the school to which they sent me. Sometimes the setting sun is a series of liquid fires who illumine the deer clustered together on the hillsides. Night deepens. All the colors left turn neon. While the sun, who is almost dead, seeps through holes in the glass of the window in my bedroom and burns my shoulders into shreds. It was night. The twilights in the west, where the dead unburied control rather than help those living, had deepened and grown into this. All shadow. There, the English pirates, who had decided to conquer a former colony, not quite theirs, began to gather whatever money was left in the United States, money tied up in the shifting zones of the drug trade. These pirates, a combination of uneducated English, mulattoes, and gauchos, who for many years had been fermenting other forms of discontent, bikers, and a utopian community of hermaphrodites, couldn't have cared less about political doctrines and indoctrination. But as they grew more and more wealthy, as the boundaries of their pillaging operations spread, geographically and in power, they began to touch the edges of the political. While the aristos in London acted as if they were playing in an empire which had actually long since decayed, as they have always acted. On the ocean, the pirates held displays of pomp and circumstance, similar to historic biker ceremonies. The empire, or the epic, was finally over. Nobody, even of the few who could still read, knew or cared what epic. The night was complete. Some pirates who dared to more than just touching land, their version of otherness, in order only to plunder and to garbage, in a few instances, rape, kept on traveling.